Hello friends, welcome back to the new lecture. I'm recording this lecture in the second week of March 2022, just a few days before the final announcement of GATE 2022 result. I wish you all the best for those who have appeared for this GATE 2022 exam, for the good result, and I wish you all the best. Most of you must be eager about what will be your all over India rank in the paper, so that accordingly you can select the institution, you can select the course for pursuing your post graduation. So wish you all the best. The second thing I would like to say that meanwhile I was very busy in my personal professional work, so I was not able to upload the video lecture on a regular basis for a long time. So extremely sorry for that, but I will make sure that we will continue the discussion. I will upload the video lecture on a regular basis in the future time. So that it will be helpful for you for if you are preparing for GATE 2023 exam. Okay, so let's start the discussion in today's lecture about the GATE Architecture and Planning 2022 question paper one by one. So in the first instance, I would like to tell you about what are my brief observation and what is my brief analysis about the GATE 2022 paper. The first thing is that the GATE 2022 paper was very easy if you have prepared sincerely with sufficient time investment. Please highlight this word. Why I'm saying, because 1 or 2 month की जो preparation है या 3 or 4 month की preparation just before the exam is definitely not sufficient. What is required is you should invest a sufficient time while preparing for the exam. Not only the sufficient time, but what is required for this exam is sincere effort. The correct strategy must be adopted while preparing for the exam. So we have already discussed what is the strategy required for preparing this GATE architecture and planning. So as per my analysis, what we have discussed in the first lecture is that the first strategy is analysis, understanding, and multiple revision of past year question paper. Your 50 to 60% preparation will be completed if you will adopt this strategy. If you do the thorough analysis, understand the questions in the previous year question papers, do the multiple revisions of the data provided in the solved question paper book. And the second strategy is if you complete the entire syllabus, because as I said in the first lecture, your 50 to 60% preparation will be completed if you do the multiple revision of the past year question paper, but it is not sufficient. One must complete the entire syllabus. I would say जिनका गेट रैंक जो है ऑल ओवर इंडिया रैंक, इफ इट इज विद इन फर्स्ट 100, दोज who have definitely उनका मल्टीपल रिवीजन उन्होंने किया है पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर का, एट द सेम टाइम दे हैव कंप्लीटेड द एंटायर सिलेबस. दैट इज व्हाई they have achieved the all over India rank within the 100. So based on these strategies, in the first lecture I said that you can refer the book written by me, the first set which comprise of solved question paper of not only the GATE paper but the other recruitment exam as well. So for the strategy one, I said you can refer the set 1 of the Architect's Guidebook. For the strategy 2, for completing the entire syllabus, you can refer the set 2, which is based on the GATE syllabus, the latest GATE syllabus. Okay, so just to make sure that I'm not doing this video lecture for promoting these 2 books, even if you are referring any other book, there is no issue. But friends, it is my suggestion that these 2 strategies are very, very important if you are appearing for GATE architecture and planning exam. So with this, my analysis or my observation for GATE 2022 paper is, if candidate A have appeared in GATE 2022 exam with the following set of question, if you wanted to know about what is the structure of GATE 2022 exam, you can refer the other lecture which we have done for how to achieve the how to reach till the cutoff score in the gate 2020 in the gate exam. So I would not again repeat those structure again here. But if candidate A has selected the general aptitude, architecture and planning, which is these two part are the compulsory and common for architecture and planning student, and part B1, which is architecture related question, then according to my analysis of gate 2022 paper, maximum 82 marks could have been easily achieved. Yes, maximum 82 marks I am saying, because when I had done the analysis of this 2022 paper, I found that maximum 82 marks could have been easily achieved. How I have calculated this 82 marks, we will discuss in the further lecture. Then if for example candidate B, if he has B plan as his graduation stream, then if he have selected the set of question like general aptitude plus architecture and planning, the common, and part B2, that is the question which were from the planning related topics, then maximum 72 marks could have been easily achieved. Okay, so we will do the calculation, like we will see which question were directly based on the previous year question papers, where were the references available in these two books one by one. Okay, so let's start discussing the structure of the question paper first, because many of you must be watching this video lecture in the month of August or September. Or many of you must be appearing for this GATE 2023, the upcoming exam, for the first time. So first we will understand what was the structure of GATE 2022 question paper. So this is the table which is showing the structure of GATE 2022 architecture and planning question paper. The section 1 general aptitude section, including MCQ question only, to carrying total weightage of 15 marks. Section A, common and compulsory for both architecture and planning student, including MCQs plus multiple select question, that is MSQs, plus numerical answer type, total weightage of 60 mark. Section B was divided into section B1 architecture related question, section B2 planning related question. The candidate has to select any one of the section based on his or her own choice. Again, there was no separate ranking, no separate score based on what section B the candidate had selected. It was definitely not related with this selection. So you can just pause the video and see the entire structure if you are appearing for the GATE 2023 exam for the first time. Just briefly, I would like to tell you that there was a negative marking for MCQ. If the question is carrying 1 mark each, then there is a minus 1/3 negative marking in MCQs. For 2 mark MCQs, minus 2/3 marking. There is no negative marking for multiple select question and numerical answer type question. But in MSQ multiple select question, there is no partial marking also. For example, if in a multiple select question, if there are 2 correct option out of given 4 option, then you must select both the 2 options as a in your final answer. If you have selected only one as a correct answer, you will not get partial marking. In other case also, if you select more than 2 option as a correct option, then also you will not get a full marking. So this is the new kind of question introduced in this year in GATE 2022. Again, for numerical answer type question, GATE final answer key provides the answer in some kind of a range. For example, if in numerical answer type question the answer is 20.5, then they will provide the range of the final answer between 20 to 21. If your final answer is in between this range, considering the rounding of the figure, then only you will get the full marks. So this was the overall structure of GATE 2022 architecture and planning question paper. So like I said, in the first part, how the candidate can have achieved 82 and 72 marks um, if he has selected part B1 and part B2 respectively. Um, as per my analysis, the general aptitude section of GATE 2022 paper was very easy. Most of the question, I would say all the questions were very easy. So achieving 15 marks to the entire 15 marks in general aptitude section was very easy. If you see the question from the compulsory part, that is section A, then there were 18 such questions which were directly related to the earlier year papers. So here I'm just saying from the set 1, because when we will solve the question, I'm going to show you where were the references available in the earlier year papers. So I found that around 18 questions were from the earlier year paper. So I'm just saying set 1 here. There were 4 questions which were not related to the past year papers, but yeah, the references were there in the syllabus. So 4 questions I found that if the candidate have covered the entire syllabus, then 4 questions were from the set 2. Apart from that, there were 6 questions which were very easy. If you have a simple logical reasoning ability, then 6 questions were very easy, were of such nature that it could have been easily solved. So accordingly, this 18 plus 4, 22 plus this 6. So 28 questions were from this section were very easy to solve in the GATE 2022 paper. Again, from section B, in section B1, containing the architecture architecture related question, 9 questions from this section were related to the past year papers. Then 5 questions, like I said, for section A, were very easy if you have this logical reasoning ability, if you have solved the numerical answer type question multiple times, then 5 questions were definitely easy. Section B2, 3 questions were related to the past year question papers. 2 questions were related to the theory which we have discussed in the set 2. And 4 questions were very easy if you can solve the numerical answer type question based on the data given in the question. So this was the overall analysis of GATE 2022 question paper. We will start solving the question of this GATE 2022 paper one by one. But before starting the discussion, I would say I would like to request you that don't just watch this lecture or listen to this lecture. I would not like to have this lecture as a one-way lecture. I would request you to keep a copy, keep a notebook and pen and one scientific calculator with you, so that we will solve this question simultaneously. Or I would request you to solve some numerical answer type question paper along with me. Or the second thing what you can do is you can keep both these books with your side, so that when I'm referring some other year question paper, you can go to that question paper and see where were the references available. As well as for set 2, you can see the related topic or the related topic covered in the syllabus, and from there the question have been asked in the GATE 2022 question paper. Okay, so let's start the discussion or let's start solving the question paper one by one. The second thing I would like to tell you before starting the question paper is that most of you must have already this the earlier edition of the set 1, which is containing the question paper of GATE till the year of 2021. So many of you will be confused, like whether we need to buy the upcoming edition again. So don't worry about it. You don't need to buy the book again. This entire question paper will be available on issue.com, where the preview of this book is generally I made available to all the students, so that my intention is that you don't need to blindly order the book, blindly invest in the book. please go and see the preview, get yourself satisfied, see what is provided inside the book, and then only buy the book. And the other thing is that most of the student, for example, if you are not able to crack the gate exam in the first attempt, you have the earlier edition, then simply this year question paper will be available to you. All the questions in the like the entire paper, the solved question paper of 2022 will be available on the preview. So you can go and see on the website which I have just mentioned, www.issue.com. You can search by my name on the website and see this entire question paper. So in this first part, we will discuss only those questions, like I said, which is carrying total weightage of 82 marks, like 82 mark question, which you could have easily solved in this question paper, which are having the references in the maybe in the set 1, that is earlier year question papers, or set 2 in the syllabus. Okay, so let's start solving the question one by one. First we will solve the general aptitude section, and then we will go to the section A compulsory, and again then section B1 and section B2. The remaining question which we will not cover here, they will be covered in the next video lecture, where I will explain you how these question can be solved, so that it will be beneficial for you for the GATE 2023 exam. Okay. All right. So let's start from the general aptitude section. The first 5 questions will carry 1 mark each, minus 1/3 mark for each wrong answer. The first question is, after playing dash hours of tennis, I am feeling dash tired to walk back. Simple grammar, English grammar question. So the here correct option is option D. After playing 2 hours of tennis, I am feeling too tired to walk back. Okay, so option D, 1 mark question. So we have achieved 1 mark from this first question. The next question, the average of the monthly salaries of M, N and S is rupees 4,000. The average of the monthly salaries of N, S and P is rupees 5,000. The monthly salary of P is rupees 6,000. What is the monthly salary of M as a percentage of the monthly salary of P? Okay, so let's take a notebook, take a pen, keep a calculator beside you, and let's start solving this. What is the first sentence? The average of the monthly salary of M, N and S is 4,000. That means M plus N plus S divided by 3 equal to 4,000. Average of the monthly salary of N, S and P is 5,000. That means N plus S plus P divided by 3 equal to 5,000. So simply means M plus N plus S is equal to 12,000. N plus S plus P equal to 15,000. What is the third sentence? The monthly salary of P is 6,000. That means the value of P is 6,000. If we put the value of P as 6,000 in the second sentence, we will get N plus S equal to 9,000. If we put the value of N plus S as 9,000 in the first equation, we will get the value of M. So the value of M is equal to 3,000. So what has been asked in the question? What is the monthly salary of M as a percentage of the monthly salary of P? So we know the monthly salary of P is 6,000. We have found the monthly salary of M as 3,000. So this 3,000 is 50% of the monthly salary of P. So here the correct answer is option A, that is 50%. So we have achieved 2 marks till this question. The next question is, a person traveled 80 km in 6 hours. If the person traveled the first part with a uniform speed of 10 km per hour and the remaining part with a uniform speed of 18 km per hour, what percentage of the total distance is traveled at a uniform speed of 10 km per hour? Like I said in the preparation strategy, always the question based on time, distance, travel, speed, the examples based on the train traveling in the same direction, train traveling in the opposite direction, etc. The problem based on this type of these type of data are being asked in the general aptitude section many of the times. So let's solve this question. What is the first given thing is the person has traveled 80 kilometers in 6 hours. That means we have given the distance and time. So what is the relation between distance, speed and time? Speed equal to distance upon time. That is time equal to distance upon speed, right? So here we know the time, we know the distance, we don't know the speed, because the uniform speed, the person has not traveled the entire 80-kilometer distance with a uniform speed. He has covered the first part with a uniform speed of 10 kilometer per hour and the remaining with a uniform speed of 18 kilometer per hour. So here we will assume that the person has traveled first part. Let's assume that it is x kilometer he has traveled with a uniform speed of 10 kilometer per hour. So what will be the remaining distance? The total distance is 80 kilometers. So the remaining distance will be 80 minus x. So that distance 80 minus x kilometer, let's assume that he has traveled as given with a uniform speed of 18 kilometer per hour. Okay, so from the formula mentioned at equation 1, that and also what is the given information? The total time taken to cover 80 kilometer distance is 6 hours. So from equation 1 we can say x kilometer divided by 10, that is the speed, plus 80 minus x divided by 18 is equal to 6, because 6 hours is the total time, right? So from this sentence, from this equation, if we solve, we will get the value of x is as 35. So what is the value of x? This x we have assumed as the first part, where the person has traveled the distance with a uniform speed of 10 kilometer per hour. So the question is what is the value we need to find out is what percentage of the total distance is traveled at a uniform speed of 10 kilometer per hour. So this is the distance. 13 kilometer distance the person has traveled with a uniform speed of 10 kilometer per hour. But see, this is not answer. They are asking it in percentage of total distance. So 35 kilometer is how much percentage of total 80 kilometer. So 35 divided by 80 into 100, we will get the value equal to 43.75. So here the correct answer is option C. Again, 1 mark question, easy question. We have achieved 3 marks till this question. Question 4. 4 girls P, Q, R and S are studying languages in a university. P is learning French and Dutch. Q is learning Chinese and Japanese. R is learning Spanish and French. S is learning Dutch and Japanese. Given that French is easier than Dutch, Chinese is harder than Japanese, Dutch is easier than Japanese, and Spanish is easier than French. Based on the above information, which girl is learning the most difficult pair of languages? Okay, we'll just first write down in the descending order of the difficulty level of the languages given, and accordingly we will write which girl is studying which language, right? So based on this, based on the difficulty level, we can establish this order, that Spanish is the easiest language, then French, Dutch, Japanese and Chinese. And from the sentences given in the question, we will write which girl is learning which language. So R is learning Spanish, P and R is learning French, S and P is learning Dutch, S and Q is learning Japanese, and Q, she is also learning Chinese. So what is asked here in the question, based on the above information, which girl is learning the most difficult pair of languages? So Japanese and Chinese, these two languages are the difficult one compared to the other languages. So Q is the girl which is learning the most difficult languages. So from the 4 option B, which is showing the girl Q is learning the most difficult pair of languages, is the correct sentence. 1 mark question. The total marks we have achieved till now 4 marks. The next question, very simple question. A block with trapezoidal cross section is placed over a block with a rectangular cross section as shown in the figure. Which of the following is the correct drawing of the view of 3D object as view in the direction indicated by arrow in the figure? From this direction, what will be the elevation? So very easy question. Answer will be answer option A. So all these first five question carrying 1 mark each were easy to solve. So achieving full 5 marks for this 5 question was the easy one. Question 6 to 10, again MCQ question, but carrying 2 mark each. For each wrong answer, there will be a minus 2/3 marking. A paragraph is given: humans are naturally compassionate and honest. In a study using strategically placed wallets that appear lost, it was found that wallets with monkey are more likely to be returned than wallets without money. Similarly, wallets that had a key and money are more likely to be returned than wallets with the same amount of money alone. This suggests that the primary reason for this behavior is compassion and empathy. Which one of the following is the correct logical inference based on the information in the above passage? You just have to read the 4 sentences and decide which is the correct one. So here sentence B is the most suitable one based on the paragraph and what is the inference they have drawn in option B. So a simple sentence, just a simple grammar, you have to analyze the paragraph and decide which one is the suitable option. So here this is a 2-mark question. So total marks we have achieved 7 marks. Question 7, a rhombus is formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of a unit square. What is the diameter of the largest circle that can be inscribed within the rhombus? Okay, so first the side of the rhombus is the rhombus is formed by joining the midpoint of a sides of a unit square. There is a draw a square like this. The side is 1 and then the rhombus is drawn by joining the midpoint. So this is the rhombus which has been drawn by joining the midpoint of this square having side as 1. What are they asking? What is the diameter of the largest circle that can be inscribed within the rhombus? So this rhombus which is drawn by joining the midpoints of unit square, again it will be a square only, right? So as I said, if we use 45-45-90 theorem, here this distance will be 1/2, this will be 1/2. So this side will be x root 2. So that means where x is equal to equal sides of this triangle, right, which is 1/2. So the side of the rhombus will be 1/√2. This side will be 1/√2. So from the figure we can say that the largest circle which can be inscribed within this rhombus will have diameter equal to side of the square, right? So this side is equal to the side of the the diameter of the circle will be equal to the side of the rhombus. So that means the diameter will measure of 1/√2 only. So here the correct option is option A. So total marks we have achieved till now 9 marks by adding the 2 marks for this question. Question 8, an equilateral triangle, a square and a circle have equal areas. What is the ratio of the perimeters of the equilateral triangle to square to circle? For this question, you must know what is the formula for area of equilateral triangle. Yeah, of course, a square and circle we know. Side square for square and pi r square for circle. But the formula for equilateral triangle, to find out the area of equilateral triangle, must be by heart to the candidate. There was a question based on the area of equilateral triangle in previous years also. So let's solve this question step by step. Assume A as the side of equilateral triangle. So what will be the area? What is the formula to find out the area of equilateral triangle? It is √3/4 into side square. That means A square. This is the same side we have assumed as A of equilateral triangle. So area of equilateral triangle will be equal to √3/4 A square. Similarly, let's assume B is the side of square. So what will be the area of square? B square, that is side square. Assume r is the radius of circle, so what will be the area of circle? Pi r square. What is given here? That equilateral triangle, square and circle have equal area. So what that means, 1, 2 and 3 equal, the values of all these three equation is same, right? So that means we can assume that the value can be 1, so that we can equate the all the three equations. So here if we put root 3 by 4 a square equal to 1, then we will get the value of a equal to 2 by root of root 3. Okay, please solve this. You can use your notebook to solve this equation. Then b square equal to 1, that means b equal to 1. Pi r square equal to 1, that means r equal to 1 by root pi. Okay, and these values we will put when we will find out what will be the perimeter of equilateral triangle, square and circle respectively. So what is the perimeter of equilateral triangle? It just 3a. Perimeter of square will be 4b and perimeter of circle will be 2 pi r. So just put the value of a, b and r in these values, 3a, 4b and 2r or 2 pi r. So if we multiply 2 divided by root of root 3 into 3, then 4 into 1, that means 4 only, and 2 pi r into 1 by root pi, we will get the ratio of perimeters will be like this: 3 divided by square root of square root 3 is to 2 is to root pi. Now if you see the option given, there is nothing on the denominator side, right? So that means we have to convert it so that there is nothing on the denominator side. So this above mentioned ratio can also be written as just we can write down the values of the square. So here it will be 9 divided by square root 3 is to 4 is to pi, right? The squares are also in the same proportion. So here 9 we can write down as 3 into root 3 into root 3. 9 means 3 into 3, and the second 3 we have written as root 3 into root 3. So here root 3 will get cancelled, and 4 is to pi, the next values are in the are as it is. So root 3 will get cancelled. The proportion can be 3 root 3 is to 4 is to pi. Now if we take the square root of these values, 3 root 3 is to 4 is to pi, it will be square root of 3 root 3 is to 2 is to root pi, right? So this is the final answer. So matching this, the final answer is option B. So here again 2 mark question, easy to solve. Total marks we have achieved till now 11 marks. Question 9, again based on some sentences we have to derive what is the correct conclusion. Given below are 3 conclusions drawn based on the following 3 statements. Statement 1, all teachers are professors. Statement 2, no professor is male. Statement 3, some males are engineers. There is no direct relation given between what is the relation between statement 3 and statement 1. So conclusion 1, no engineer is a professor. Conclusion 2, some engineers are professor. Conclusion 3, no male is a teacher. Read all these 3 sentences carefully, draw a Venn diagram, and based on that, if you analyze the Venn diagrams, you will find that only conclusion 3 is the correct one. That means no male is a teacher is the only conclusion we can derive from the 3 sentences, 3 statements. So simple 2 mark question. We have achieved 13 marks till this question, question 9. Question 10, in a 12-hour clock that runs correctly, how many times do the second, minute and hour hands of the clock coincide in a 12-hour duration from 3 p.m. in a day to 3 a.m. in the next day? Okay. So after 3 p.m., the second, minute and the hour hand will coincide at 3:15, 15. That means after 15 minutes, 15 seconds, all the 3 hands will coincide with each other. Similarly, in every hour, so for example, at 4:20 p.m. Again these three ants will coincide, then at 5:25 p.m. So what you can see, in 1 hour all the three ants are coinciding only at one time. So what they are asking, from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So this is a 12-hour duration. So roughly, if you don't read the question carefully, one will say that in 12-hour duration these hands will coincide at 12 times. But see, what they are asking, till 3 a.m. So 12th time when all the three hands will coincide, then that time will be again 3:15:15. That means it is after 3 a.m. So all these three hands will coincide at not not 12 times but 11 times, right? So in 12-hour duration they will coincide 11 times. So just a tricky question, just think, just read the question carefully. So here the correct option is option A. So in this way, all the 10 questions of general aptitude were easy to solve, and achieving full 15 marks for this general aptitude question was a easy task for GATE 2022 question paper. So after this, we will solve the part A, which is common for architecture and planning student, a common and a compulsory part. So we will solve the question, and first in that section we will solve only those questions, like I said in the first part of the lecture, that we will see how many questions were directly linked with the earlier year papers, as well as for those the theory was available in the syllabus guidebook, in the set 2 of the guidebook. And after that we will discuss the remaining question. Okay, so let's start with the part A or section A of the question paper. Here the first 18 question 11 to question 28 contains MCQs plus MSQ plus numerical answer type question. Each question carry 1 mark, negative marking only for MCQs, no negative marking for numerical answer type question, as well as for multiple select question. So what is question 11? The concentric circles in a Sunpath diagram represent dash. The options are altitude angle, azimuth angle, day of the year, hour of the day. Now, the exactly same question was earlier asked recently in GATE 2018, question 23rd. So, if you have understood which line in the Sunpath diagram or solar chart represent the following, the given 4 option, answering this question in GATE 2022 was very easy. So what was question 23rd? The concentric circles in a solar chart represent, again the options are azimuth angle, altitude angle, horizontal shadow angle and vertical shadow angle. Now here in 23rd question of 2018, definitely these C and D option were not at all correct, and we have to select the correct answer from both of these A and B option only. So here the explanation related to which line represent azimuth angle, which line represent the altitude lines, date lines and hour lines were given. So if you have understood the concept of the solar chart, or it is also called as Sunpath diagram, answering this question, question 11 in GATE 2022 was the easy one. So here the correct answer in question 11 of GATE 2022 is option A. 1 mark question, very easy. We have achieved full 15 marks. I'm assuming that the candidate have solved or he or she was able to answer all the 15 question in the general aptitude section. As I said, we have achieved 15 marks in general aptitude section. So 1 mark will get added here. So total marks we have achieved till now 16 mark. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question, question 12, is the operational guidelines on credit link subsidy scheme for economically weaker section EWS, January 2017, by the erstwhile Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation, Government of India, defines EWS household as those having an annual income up to how much? The option given are 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh, 3 lakh and 3.5 lakh. So we have discussed in the preparation strategy, I said that please go through which are the ongoing government scheme related to housing, urban development, heritage conservation, etc. Because in previous year the question based on smart city scheme was asked. So this question is related to PMAY because there are some sub schemes under PMAY. For example, beneficiary led construction, in situ rehabilitation, as well as this credit link subsidy scheme CLSS is also one of the vertical under PMAY. So if we have gone through the website of PMAY, answering this question was the easy one. Also, the data related to the different income groups and what is the income prescribed for this income category was already given in the set 2. So if you go and see the section related to the housing, you will find this table where it is clearly mentioned economically weaker section, annual income up to 3 lakh, then LIG lower income group, annual income up to 3 to 6 lakh, MIG 6 to 10 lakh, and higher income group rupees 10 lakh. Now, this was the data I have added before there was a recent amendment related to the changes in the income category. Now, what was the changes? Earlier, the income group beyond rupees 10 lakh was considered as a higher income group. So recently there was a modification because these people, those who were having the annual income beyond 10 lakhs were not able to take the benefit of this credit link subsidy scheme. So in order to include those people, recently government of India, they have bifurcated this MIG category into MIG 1, MIG 2. This was the recent amendment. So I would request to just update this data in set 2 so that there will be updation in your information also as well as in the book also. So here if you go and check the PMAY website, here they have clearly mentioned EWS, the annual household income is up to 3 lakh. For LIG, it is same as we have discussed in the set 2 table, it is 3 to 6 lakh. Now MIG 1 they have bifurcated as 6 to 12 lakh and MIG 2 12 to 18 lakhs. Earlier 6 to 10 lakhs they were called as MIG, and beyond 10 lakhs they were considered as a HIG. But here in order to include both the group section, they have bifurcated this MIG 1, MIG 2. So household income beyond 18 lakh will be considered as a higher income group as per this recent amendment. So this table I have taken from the PMA website for the credit link subsidy scheme. So you can see answering this question, if you know what is the EWS income criteria, answering this question simply 3 lakh was the easy one in question 12. So here the correct option is option C. So again 1 mark will be added. Total marks we have achieved till now 17 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question, question 13, is which of the following is a vector software? The options are Inkscape, Audion, Adobe Dreamweaver, and Design Builder. So recently in previous year GATE 2021, the question based on vector data and raster data was asked. So if you can roughly see which are the software which dealt with vector data and which are the software which dealt with raster data, answering this question was the easy one. Also, if you look at the 4 options given, the question based on the Audion software, which is dealt with acoustical analysis, so definitely this B was not the correct one. Adobe Dreamweaver, this software is used for web development, and Design Builder, this software is used for 3D modeling. So the only correct option here is Inkscape, which dealt with the vector data, that means point, line, and polygon. So here the correct answer is option A, Inkscape. So till now we have achieved 18 marks of up to this question 13. Let's go to the next question. Okay, the next easiest question was question 15. Arrange the following road types in descending order of accessibility. The option given are arterial road, expressway, collector road, local state. Now, please read the question carefully. Here they have mentioned descending order of accessibility. Earlier, the question based on ascending order of width was asked in GATE 2014. So generally, it is a general rule that your accessibility will go on decreasing when the width of the road will go on increasing. So width and accessibility, they are inversely proportional. In short, in simple language, I would say that local street anybody can access. There is no restriction to access local street. But as soon as the width goes on increasing, there is a limitation on the accessibility. Now, what is the meaning of that? If you see the expressway, these expressway, they are called as access controlled expressway. There are limited entry and exit available for the expressways. So if you have not read the question carefully, where they are asking descending order of accessibility, many of you might have answered this the correct answer as option A, QPRS, because you must have read that urban expressway is the road which is having the highest width, then arterial, subarterial, collector, and local. So many of you might have answered this as option A, but see, here they are asking descending order of accessibility. They are not asking descending order of width. So like I said, the local street is the easiest access road, whereas the urban expressway are the access control, or they have minimum accessibility, because the traffic is moving at a higher speed, as well as to avoid the accidents. Generally, the entry and exits are kept as minimum as possible. So here the correct answer will be descending order of accessibility will be where you will have the least accessibility, it will be S. That means local street you will have the easiest access, right? Then after that you will have the collector road, then after that arterial road, and the minimum accessibility will be for expressway, that is Q. So here the correct answer is option B. So what was required was read the question carefully, understood it, and then answer it. Don't answer the question based on what you have read, and just don't answer it blindly, because see, the two tricky options are given here. The option based on descending order of width was also given in the option, and the correct answer SRPQ as per the descending order of accessibility was also given. So here the correct answer is option B. So 1 mark will be added here. Total marks we have achieved till now 19 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question is question 16. The adjacent two-dimensional visual composition represents dash. The option given are interlocking, intersecting, interlacing, interpenetrating. Now, if you carefully see the three option, that is A, B, and D, none of these members are interlocking, getting interlocked to each other. Neither they are intersecting, neither they are penetrating with each other. So the correct option here is interlacing, where it is showing the weaving board pattern kind of a thing, which is generally used for weaving baskets as well as for weaving the clothes. So here the correct answer is answer option C. So we have achieved 20 marks till this question. The next question is question 17. The golden ratio refers what out of the given four options? The options are 1 is to root 2, 2 is to 1 plus root 5, C 1 is to 1, D 16 is to 9. Now what is the golden ratio? The value must be 0.618 approximately. So if you see the given four option, definitely C 1 is to 1 will not be the correct one. Then D 16 is to 9, this ratio will be more than 1. So D will also not be the suitable one. So the remaining option A and B need to be checked. So if you go and see this question 14 of GATE 2013, where we have mentioned what is the value of golden section, it is 0.618. So if you solve 1 by root 2 by using your scientific calculator, as well as if you solve the ratio 2 divided by 1 plus root 5, the value of this ratio will be 0.619. So here the correct option is option B. A simple question, just you have to calculate the answer of the ratio by using the scientific calculator available to you while appearing for the exam. So 1 mark will be added here. Total marks we have achieved 21 marks. The next question, question 19, was based on the knowledge of the candidate related to the current affairs. So what was the question? Which of the following sites were added to Ramsar list in the year 2020? The option are Ashtamudi Wetland, Asan Conservation Reserve, Chilika Lake and Lonar Lake. So what is the explanation here? The question based on what is Ramsar list, or what was the motto of the Ramsar Convention, was earlier asked in GATE 2007, where they have asked what is the relation of Ramsar Convention, where the correct answer was, it was related to the wetland conservation. If you go and check the GATE 2007 question 1, you will see the question related to the Ramsar list. Now, what is required while preparing for this GATE exam as well as the other competitive exam? See here, the data which is readily available to you on internet, if you just go and check what is the Ramsar list, which are the wetlands of international importance which have been considered under this Ramsar list, you will easily get this data. So you should make a list of such kind of sites in your notes while preparing for this exam. So what further explanation I will give here? India is currently having 50 sites which are designated as wetlands of international importance. What is the recent addition? What is the recent addition in 2021 is Khijadia Wildlife Sanctuary in Gujarat and Bakhira Wildlife Sanctuary in Uttar Pradesh. These are the addition in 2021. Whereas in 2020, the Asan Conservation Reserve and the Lonar Lake, which is in Maharashtra, these two sites have been added in the Ramsar list in the year 2020. So, what are the advantages of being declared as a Ramsar site? It helps in conservation. It brings national and international cooperation for conservation and management. Also helps in receiving central funding, boost tourism, generates employment for the locals, as well as it increases the tourism and create awareness in the surrounding region for the conservation of that particular wetland. What is further information given in the guidebook? The Sundarban, which is it is the largest Ramsar site in India, whereas the Renuka wetland, area comprising of only 20 hectare, which is in Himachal Pradesh, is the smallest Ramsar site. Chilika Lake, which is in Odisha, and Keoldev National Park, which is in Rajasthan, they were recognized as the first Ramsar site when they were inscribed as a Ramsar site in the year 1981. Uttar Pradesh is the state which is having the greatest number of Ramsar sites in India, with total number of 10 wetlands. So this is the kind of information which you should keep in your notes whenever you will read such kind of a question, or you should have a update related to the any kind of amendment in such in such kind of a list, or if there is any kind of a addition in the already existing list. Let's say like UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India, or the Ramsar sites in India, etc. What is the further information I would like to tell is, recently I read this information when I was listening to All India Radio, that the proposal has been forwarded by government of Maharashtra to central government to designate Thane Creek Flamingo Sanctuary as the Ramsar site. If it gets approved by the government of India, the central government, then it will be a first such site in MMR region. What is MMR? Mumbai Metropolitan Region. and it will be the third in Maharashtra. Which are the already existing two sites is the Nandur Madhmeshwar, which was inscribed in 2019, and Lonar Lake, which was inscribed in the Ramsar list in the year 2020. It is in Buldhana district, very famous tourist spot. So these two sites were already there in the Ramsar list, in the which are situated in Maharashtra. And the third one, if it gets approval by the government of India, that is Thane Creek Flamingo Sanctuary, that will be the third Ramsar site. So depending upon the approval, it will get added in the Ramsar site. So please keep a note of the such kind of a current affair related data in your notes while preparing for the exam. Okay, let's go to the next question. Sorry, for this question 19, I forgot to mention what was the correct answer, which were the two suitable option here. So here the correct pair for this MSQ question is B and D, Asan Conservation Reserve, as well as D, Lonar Lake. Both these sites have been inscribed in the Ramsar list in the year 2020. So 1 mark question, total marks we have achieved till now 22 marks. Now let's go to the next question. Question 21, the next easiest question is, as per the Handbook of Professional Documents 2015, Council of Architecture, India, architects are liable for which of the following options? A, if the building is used for any other purpose than the one for which it was designed. B, if any unauthorized changes or illegal modification are made by the owners or occupants. C, if the client suffers damage, loss due to lack of professional service, and D, if the architect fails to attain the standard of care as prescribed by the law. Now, if you carefully read the first two options, A and B, for both of these, the owner or occupants are whole and sole responsible, or they are liable. If the building is used for any other purpose than the one for which it was designed, architect will not be responsible. B, if any authorized changes or illegal modification are made by the owners or occupants without the consent of architect, and if any kind of mishap happened, then owners or occupants are wholly responsible or wholly liable for that. For C, if the client suffers damage or loss due to lack of proper professional service, though it is not clearly mentioned the proper professional service by architect or any other consultant, we assume that it is given that proper professional service by architect. Why I am saying this? Because in addition to professional service by architect, for better planning and coordination, execution of work, it is necessary to employ consultants right from the stage of planning, like the other consultant which will get engaged in the project are the structural consultant, HVAC consultant, acoustic consultant, landscape consultant, etc. So these consultants, they may be appointed by the architect, but they have a direct contract agreement with the owner. So the owner will pay to this consultant as per the decided stages, or whatever the contract agreement is there. But the responsibility of coordination and correctness of the drawing comes under architect's scope. But if there are any kind of a defects, variation and faults, then the architect is not responsible. The liability of the architect is only up to the coordination and correctness of the drawings provided by this consultant. So partially, if as it is not written here, the proper professional service rendered by whom, by the architect or by the other consultant, here we assume that it is proper professional service rendered by the architect for the option C. For D, if the architect fails to attain the standard of care as prescribed by law, yes, definitely the architect will be liable for this to attain the if he fails to attain the standard of care. So here the correct option in this MSQ question will be option C and D, 1 mark question. So we have achieved total 23 marks till this question. Let's go to the next question. The next question is question 22. As per United Nations Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development 2015, which of the following Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, directly address water-related issues? The options are Goal 1, 4, 6 and 14. Similar to this, I think 2 or 3 years before, the question based on green rating system, like um, what are the minimum marks required for that particular rating system, was asked, I think 2 or 3 years back. So after introduction of this new kind of a question, that is multiple select question, if you go and read the theory in the set 2, uh, you can yourself analyze that what kind of multiple select question can be asked from this data. Like we have discussed all these 17 sustainable development goals briefly in the set 2. So if you go and see the goal 1 and goal 4 is related to no poverty and quality education respectively. So option A and B are not definitely not the correct one. Fifth is related to gender equality. Sixth is related to clean water and sanitation. So yes, option C is one of the correct option, where the goal is related to clean water and sanitation, where the target to be achieved is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. After this, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 one is related to the climate action. Okay. Whereas 14th goal is related to life below water. So again, option D, SDG 14 is directly related to the water related issues. So what I want to say, if you right now preparing for GATE 2023, if you go through the syllabus, or if you go through the theory as per the topic mentioned, please make a note of all the important data where the question can be asked in multiple select question, where there is a information related to that particular topic is like just few days before the GATE exam, we will discuss that question in the further lecture, that which are the principles of universal design. I just posted in one of the group and also on this YouTube channel, and exactly the same question was asked in GATE 2022. So what I wanted to say, please keep of such kind of a data, or just tabulate the information, or make the notes in your own words, where you can say highlight the topic. For example, here which are the goals related to water, which are the goals related to climate action, which are the goals which focuses particularly on innovation, or sustainable city, sustainable development, etc. So such kind of a question can be asked of which are of multiple select question type from this data. So here the correct option will be option C and D. So total marks we have achieved till now 24 marks. Question 25th. A building site measures 96 square meter on a scale of 1:12,500. The actual area it represents in hectare in integer is how much? So just read the question carefully. They have mentioned the measurement of the site on a map, which is on the scale of 1:12,500, but the unit they have mentioned it is centimeter, and they are asking the actual area in hectare. So you have to convert this two factor in one same unit, and after that you have to calculate for the final answer. So the similar question were earlier asked multiple times. If you go and check in the earlier year papers, it was asked in 2019, 2015, 12, 2011, 2006, 2005, 4, 2, 2001. So if you have solved this such kind of a question multiple times, I think solving this question was a very easy. My simple method for solving this is, if अगर मुझे दिखता है कि साइड का मेजरमेंट अगर परफेक्ट स्क्वायर में दिया हुआ है, so I assume that site is in a square shape. So I consider that one dimension of that square equal to the scale factor, and accordingly calculate. थोड़ा सा डिटेल में इसको बताता हूँ, you will understand what I wanted to say. So here the site, the shape of this or the measurement of the site given is 96 square meter. So 96 is not a perfect square. So we will analyze that it is in a rectangular shape, and we will consider that let's say the dimension of the side, or we will assume the dimension of the rectangular side as 16 centimeter by 6 centimeter. So the area becomes 96 square meter. Now what they have mentioned, the scale of the map is 1 is to 12,500. That means 1 centimeter on map, 1 centimeter on map is equal to 12,500 centimeter on actual ground. Okay. So here, as we have assumed the sides of the site as 16 centimeter by 6 centimeter. So what will be the actual measurement? 16 centimeter on side on map will be 16 into 12,500. That is the scale factor, which is equal to 2 lakh centimeter. Okay, use the scientific calculator as I said. So this 2 lakh centimeter is equal to 2000 meter on ground. Okay, so 16 meter on side, 16 meter side on map shows 2000 meter on ground. And 6 centimeter side similarly on map shows 6 into 12,500, that is 75,000 centimeter, which is equal to, if you just divide this by 100, it will be 750 meter. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So what will be the total area here? It is just a simple multiplication of 2000 into 750. So it will be 15 lakh square meter, right? 15 lakh square meter. Now they are expecting the answer in hectare. They are asking the actual area it represents in hectare. So 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. So simply divide this 15 lakh square meter by 10,000, it will be 150 hectares. So this is the final answer, 150 hectare. Numerical answer type question. 1 mark question, very easy to solve. Multiple times the similar question have been asked in previous year papers also. So total marks we have achieved till now 25 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question is again the numerical answer type question, question 27. The hydraulic radius of the adjacent rectangular open drainage section in millimeter rounded off to 2 decimal places is how much? This figure is given where they have mentioned the total depth of the drainage cross section is 400 mm, but 250 mm is the actual depth where the drainage is flowing. 600 mm is the width, and they are asking the hydraulic radius of this drainage section. So the question related to the formula or the similar question have been asked earlier in GATE 2019, the recent one, question 52, and GATE 2002, question 31. So if you know the formula, I think putting the value and finding out the answer was the easy one. Here, what is the formula? Hydraulic radius RH is equal to A by P. What is A? A is the cross-sectional area of flow. A is not the cross-sectional area of the drainage, it is cross-sectional area of the flow. So this much area is the cross-sectional area. P is the weighted perimeter. Weighted perimeter, only this much is the weighted perimeter. So simply you have to find out these two values, put it in this equation and find out the final answer. So here A will be area, cross-sectional area will be 600 into 250, which will be 1,50,000 square millimeter, and weighted perimeter will be 250 plus 600 plus 250, that means 1100 mm. Put the value of A and P in this equation and find out what is the hydraulic radius. So here RH will be 1,50,000 divided by 1100. Use the scientific calculator. You will get the value equal to 136.36 mm. This is the final answer. 1 mark, very easy question, numerical answer type question. So total marks we have achieved till now 26 mark. All these questions are 1 mark question, I think, till the next question, question 28. The question 28 is a town with 0.45 million population sends its entire organic waste to a composting site on a daily basis through a truck of 15 ton capacity. Assume total waste generated per capita per day is 0.21 kilogram and 40% of the total waste is organic waste. The minimum number of weekly round trips required by the truck in integer will be how much? Okay, we will first write down what is the given information. So population of town, they have mentioned it as 0.45 million, 1 million equal to 10 lakh. So this will be the actual population, 4 lakh 50,000 will be the actual population. What is further given? They are saying that total waste generated per capita per day is 0.21 kilogram. So what will be the total waste generated for 4 lakh 50,000? If you just multiply 0.21 by 4 lakh 50,000, we will get this value 94,500 kilogram. This is the total waste generated per day for this population. What further they are saying? 40% of this is the organic waste. So what will be the 40%? It will be 0.4 into 94,500, which will be 37,800 kilogram. This is the organic waste generated per day. What is given in the first sentence only? Please read this sentence carefully, that the organic waste is going to a composting site on a daily basis, right? So this much organic waste is going to a composting site on a daily basis. But how it is going? It is going by using a truck having a 15-ton capacity. Okay, so here as we know, the factor, conversion factor, 1 ton is equal to 1000 kilogram. So this much 37,800 kilogram will be 37.8 ton. So this much organic waste we have to send on daily basis to a composting site. Many of you might have done this mistake, that many of you might have calculated 37.8. You must have multiplied it by 7 days of a week, and then you have divided by the carrying capacity, where you will get the different answer. See, read the question carefully. We cannot wait for entire 7 days to send whatever the accumulated organic waste during those 7 days. We cannot clear once in a week. We have to clear this organic waste on a daily basis. So this 37,800 kilogram, or simply 37.8 ton organic waste, we have to clear from the site or the collection site. We have to send this entire organic waste to a composting site on a daily basis. So what is given here is the carrying capacity of truck is only 15 ton. So roughly if you divide this 37.8 by 15, you will get the value which is more than 2, right? So as I said, the carrying capacity is only 15 ton. Total 3 round trips will be required, right? The 37.8 divided by 15 will give you the answer in 2 point some multiples. So in let's say in 2 trips, only 30 ton of organic waste can be sent to a composting site, but the remaining 7.8 ton will require one more trip, one more to and fro trip. So total 3 round trips of truck required, but on a daily basis. This is only for one day, right? So 3 trips per day. So total how many trips will be required for one entire week? Just 3 into 7, that is 27. 3 into 7, 21 equal or 21 round truck trips will be required, so that the entire organic waste can be sent to the composting site. So this is the final answer. 3 into 7, 21 trips will be required for this organic waste to be sent to the composting site. So this is the final answer. 1 mark question, very easy to solve, but you have to read the question carefully so that you won't get any different value other than what is the value given in the final answer key. So till this question, there were 1 mark questions. So total marks we have achieved till now 27 marks. Let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question from question 29 to 49, these total 21 question carrying total 42 marks are 2 mark question, MCQs plus MSQ plus numerical answer type question. 2 mark for each question, minus 2/3 mark for wrong answer in MCQs, no negative marking for multiple select question and numerical answer type question. Okay. So let's solve the easy question from these 21 question. Question 29 is the correct sequence of following construction project development stages as per the National Building Code of India 2016 is dash. The option given are resource planning, project inception, commissioning and handing over, tendering, site survey and soil investigation, selection of construction methodology. These are the sequences given in the 4 given option, and we have to select the suitable one. It is a MCQ question, so we have to select the only one suitable option here. So let's start looking at what are the options given one by one. If you carefully observe the 4 option here, the first one, it is ending with the S, that means it is ending with tendering, and the second one, option B, it is ending with P, that is resource planning. So roughly, if you know what are the stages, none of the project planning stage will end with S, as like with the tendering process as well as with the resource planning, because tendering comes it is the intermediate process, as well as resource planning, it is much at the preliminary stage process. So definitely these two are not the suitable options. So both these options are definitely not the suitable one. The remaining option C and D, if you carefully observe, it is starting with the Q, that means it is project inception stage. Then further T, that is site survey and soil investigation, and it is ending with the same development stage with R, that is commissioning and handing over. So these 3 stages are looking sensible, Q, T, and then ending with the R. The only 3 pairs which will only 3 development stages will the chronology which will decide the correct answer here is UPS, right, in option C, as well as here PSU. So what is the correct chronology, whether it is UPS or PSU? So what is U? It is selection of construction methodology, and as per this option, and it is followed by P, resource planning, and then it is followed by tendering. Option D says P first, that is resource planning, then S, that is tendering, and then U, selection of construction methodology. See, the selection of construction methodology, it cannot follow the tendering process, because you have to select the construction methodology first, and then accordingly you have to do the tendering. So definitely this S and Q is not the correct chronology. So the only remaining option here is option C, whereas Q, that means project inception, is your first development stage, followed by T, that means site survey and soil investigation, followed by U, selection of selection of suitable construction methodology. Accordingly you will plan your resources, and then you will do the tendering process, and followed by the commissioning and handing over of the project site to the owner. So option C is the correct one here. So 2 mark MCQ question, very easy to solve. Just first try to analyze which are the definitely not the correct option, and like the 50-50 kind of a thing. Decide which 2 are not the correct, definitely not the correct option, and from the remaining 2 you can decide which is the suitable one. So 2 mark question, till the last question we have achieved 27 mark. Here we have achieved 2 mark more. So total marks we have achieved till now 29 marks. The next question, question 30, is match the pair question. Roughly in every gate paper, generally around 7 to 8 question, they are match the pair kind of a question. So here they are asking match the aspects in group 1 with the corresponding items in group 2. In group 1 they have mentioned fire safety, seismic safety, water efficiency, accessible design. In group 2, intruder alarm, zero strength barrier, stair lift, aerator, and auxiliary damper. So here if you see carefully, this accessible design, it is matching with a stair lift. We have discussed this stair lift in our set 2, which is used in hospitals, homes for elderly and convalescent homes for so that the design is accessible for the use of differently abled as well as the senior citizen people. So definitely, what is the aspect for providing a stair lift? The design should be accessible. So S3, the first pair we can lock here is the S3, right? So definitely this S2 and S1 are not the correct one from option B and option C. So we can delete these two options as definitely the incorrect option. So here if you see S3, option A and option D, both these options are showing the correct pair as S3. So our final answer will be from these two pair, these two options, A and D. Now further, the question related to this aerator was earlier asked in GATE 2021, the recent one, the last year, GATE 2021 in question 31, where this aeration is used for removing color, odor, taste from the sewage water. Okay, what was the question? Let's see. Match the various types of impurities present in water in group 1 with the appropriate water treatment process. So this aeration is used to remove the color, odor and taste. So here the correct answer was option D, where R1 was the correct suitable pair. So this aeration is used for the water efficiency aspect, right? So the next pair which we can lock here is R with the 4, R4, right? So here these two pair are itself sufficient where we can say the correct answer is option D. Further, the question related to this auxiliary damper was also earlier asked in GATE 2014 question 18, where they have asked in Taipei 101 building the steel sphere as TMD, that is this tune mass damper is suspended to reduce the horizontal sway due to. This mass is the suspended mass damper, or it is also called as auxiliary damper. It is used to counteract the seismic as well as the wind load, seismic as well as the wind load. So here this auxiliary damper is used for the aspect of seismic safety. So the third pair which we can lock here is Q with the 5. So as I said, these two pairs are enough to decide what is the correct option here in this MCQ question. So here the option D is the suitable option. So total marks we have achieved till now by adding these 2 marks will be 31 marks. The next question again, the match the pair question. Match the states in group 1 with the corresponding vernacular building typologies in group 2. What is given in group 1? These are the states: Kerala, Jharkhand, Nagaland, Gujarat. Group 2, Morung, Pol, Dhumkuria, Nalukattu and Gotul. Now if you have read about the recent addition of Ahmedabad walled city as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is the first city in India which have been inscribed as World Heritage Site, the walled city of Ahmedabad, where they have mentioned about this pole, which is the streets. They have puras, they have pole and khadki. Puras are for the residential neighborhood. Pole is describing the street, the residential street. So this pole is related to the Ahmedabad. This the second a vernacular building or the vernacular terminology here given in group 2. So this pole is related to the Gujarat, that means for the Ahmedabad city. So if you have read about if you have a knowledge about the UNESCO World Heritage Site, if you have kept the note of this the recent addition of Ahmedabad as World Heritage Site, if you have rough knowledge about why this city has been added as a World Heritage Site, so this pole term is sufficient for matching with the S state, that is Gujarat state with the pole. So S2 is the first pair which we can lock here. So definitely this B and C are not the correct one, where they have matched with the S as 4, that means Nalukattu with the Gujarat. So which are the two option which is showing S with the 2? A and D are showing this pair S2. Again, which are the matching pair here? They are matching P with 4, that is Kerala, Nalukettu. These are traditional houses in Kerala. So Kerala, they have matched, both the option have P4 as common. Then which are the pair they have matched here? Q5, Jharkhand with Ghotul, and here Jharkhand with Dhumkuria. Then here R, they are matching Nagaland, the state Nagaland, R with 3, Dhumkuria, and here they are matching R, that is Nagaland with Morung. So let's see, before I am considering as a candidate who is appearing for GATE 2022, and I don't know about the remaining terminologies, like which terminology I should match for the Nagaland state. Now, if you carefully read this word Morung, it sounds like the word which is used for the northeastern state, whereas this Dhumkuria, it looks like a Hindi word. It does not sounds like the northeastern word. So I can take a chance, and I can say yes, this R1 can be the more suitable pair than the R3. Whereas when I read this about the Dhumkuria, these are the youth dormitories which are found in Jharkhand, the traditional or the vernacular buildings in the Jharkhand state. So here the correct option is option D. So roughly from two pairs I can decide which is the suitable option here. So 2 marks can be achieved here in this particular question. So total marks achieved till now 33 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question is question 32. Match the examples in group 1 with their corresponding typologies in group 2. What is given in group 1? Navi Mumbai, Hisar, Greater Mumbai, Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor. In group 2, they have mentioned counter magnet, urban agglomeration, satellite town, university town, and investment region. So many of you must be aware about this, that Navi Mumbai is the satellite town of Mumbai city. Now, what is the definition of satellite town? We have already discussed in the earlier year question paper in 2015. The question based on satellite town was earlier asked. So the first suitable pair here is Navi Mumbai as the satellite town. So P3 is the suitable pair. P3, right? P3. So definitely these A and B are not the correct option. We will delete this. We will not consider this A and B option. The remaining one for Greater Mumbai, we know that it is the largest urban agglomeration. What is the definition of urban agglomeration? We have also discussed this in the previous year paper. This is the largest one, followed by Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. So the second suitable pair here is R, that is Greater Mumbai, R with the 2. That is urban agglomeration. So here R2, that means first we have locked P with 3 and R with 2. So these two pairs are sufficient to decide what is the final answer. So option C will be the suitable here. So again, 2 mark question, very easy MCQ question. No need to lose the marks in such kind of a easy question. 2 marks will be added. Total marks we have achieved till now 35 marks. Question 33 is match the places or events in group 1 with the corresponding heritage, significance, or characteristics in group 2. What is given in group 1 is P. Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, Mumbai, Kumbh Mela, walled city of Jaipur, rock shelters from Bhimbetka. Here in group 2, a long interaction between people and the landscape, cultural roots, Victorian Gothic revival and traditional Indian features, intangible cultural heritage, traditional human settlement, land use reflecting an interchange of ancient Hindu and Mughal ideas. Okay. The first one, P, that is Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus in Mumbai. It is called as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, Mumbai. The question based on this was earlier asked in recently in ISRO 2017. So the first suitable pair, if you have read this question paper, if you have solved this, this was recently added as a World Heritage Site. Not the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, the university building, the buildings near marine lines have been added in the World Heritage Site, UNESCO World Heritage Site. So the first suitable pair here is this Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, Mumbai. It is example of Victorian Gothic revival and traditional Indian feature. So P3 is the first pair which we can lock based on what we have already discussed in ISRO 2017. The same question was earlier asked. You can go and check this ISRO 2017 question 80 in the guidebook. So the first pair which we will lock is P3. Okay, P3. So definitely this A and C is not the suitable one. Among the remaining three pairs, this walled city of Jaipur, which is this question is related to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India, which this walled city of Jaipur was added as UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 2019. So this the question based on this was asked in GATE 2020, question 21. This city's urban planning shows an exchange of ideas from ancient Hindu and modern Mughal as well as Western cultures. So the next pair which we can lock here will be R with the walled city of Jaipur, which we can lock here with the the fifth number, the significance or characteristic mentioned at fifth number in group 2, traditional human settlement, land use reflecting an interchange of ancient Hindu and Mughal ideas. The information related to this is already given in GATE 2020 question 21. So R we have matched with the 5. So we have locked this P3. Now R is matching with 5. Now see, both these options B and D are showing P3 and R5 as the common one. So this Q and S will be the deciding pair. What is given in Q? Kumbh Mela, where they are in option B, they are matching with 4. That is Kumbh Mela, they are matching with intangible cultural heritage. Intangible, untouchable. Untouchable, there is no existence throughout the year. It is like many of you know, Kumbh Mela, it is celebrated after every 12 years. Once the event is closed, there is no kind of a existence or no presence of this kind of a celebration or this kind of a festival. So Kumbh Mela, definitely it is a intangible cultural heritage. So this is more or less a sensible pairing, Kumbh Mela with intangible cultural heritage. In option D, they have matched Q with the 2, that is cultural roots. So yes, this also looks or this also sounds like the correct matching of this pair, Q with the 2. So let's check what is given for S, that is rock shelters of Bhimbetka. Here they are matching rock shelters of Bhimbetka with a long interaction between people and the landscape. So if you have read about this rock shelter of Bhimbetka, the question based on this place was also earlier asked in one of the question paper, and in D option they are matching with S as 4. Intangible cultural heritage. So this rock shelters of Bhimbetka, it is not a intangible cultural heritage. There is a presence, there is a existence of this place. So definitely this S4 is not the correct one. So the only remaining or the suitable option is option B here. So as I said, the question related to rock shelters of Bhimbetka was earlier asked in UPSC CPWD 2015. Please check question 17 where we have already discussed related the description related to the rock shelters of Bhimbetka. So It represents the convergence displayed in the art form between the people and the landscape. So S1 is the correct pair, as I said. S1, a long interaction between people and the landscape. So S1 is the correct one. So the suitable or the only correct option here is the option B. So 2 mark question, very easy to answer. All the information related to P, R and S is already available in previous year question paper, or I would say the question related to the information related to these places was earlier asked in previous year, and just by twisting the question have been asked in GATE 2022. So 2 marks we can easily add here. So total marks we have achieved till now will be 37 marks. The next question, question 34, is match the urban design concepts in group 1 with their corresponding proponents in group 2. In group 1 they have mentioned vertical theory of urban design, theory of responsive environments, R is serial vision, S winter urbanism. In group 2, they have mentioned the proponents Ian Bentley, Gordon Cullen, Norman Pressman, Ken Young, and Paul Oliver. Okay, the first one, the question related to the serial vision concept and the respective proponent, that is Gordon Cullen, have been asked multiple times. It was asked in GATE 2021, GATE 2017, GATE 2013, GATE 2010, GATE 2006. So one can easily answer that yes, serial vision, this concept have been proposed by Gordon Cullen. So the first pair which we can lock here is R2. R2. So definitely this A and C are not the suitable option here. So which we can definitely delete. So the remaining the correct answer will be from option B or from option D. So here again the question related to this proponent Ken Young have been asked earlier, but there is no direct reference. But what I'm saying, you have to read or you have to add the notes related to what is the further information which we can easily search on net or which is available on any website. The person who is the person Ken Young, he is associated with the eco skyscrapers. So the question related to this eco skyscrapers which have been proposed by this Ken Young have been asked earlier in GATE 2012 in question 42. So in his book Reinventing the Skyscraper, he has proposed the vertical theory of urban design. Okay, so the next pair, if you have read about this, if you have read or if you have further information in your notes related to this person Ken Young, who have proposed the eco skyscraper concept. So this vertical theory of urban design, this P is matching with the 4. So P4 is the next suitable pair which we can lock here. So from option B and option D, this B is the correct suitable one, which is showing R with 2, the first pair which we have locked. That is serial vision with Gordon Cullen, and next one vertical theory of urban design, which have been proposed by Ken Young, who is proposed this theory and proposed the concept of eco skyscrapers. So these two pairs are sufficient to decide the only correct suitable option from these 4 options given is option B here. So again 2 mark question, total marks we have achieved till now by adding these 2 marks will be total 39 marks. The next question, question 35, in the following sketch P, Q, R and S refer to elements of an urban space. Identify P, Q, R and S. It is MCQ question. Now the question related to the definition have been the definition of path, landmark, district, vista, the age have been asked multiple times. So here the first one, this building we can generally we call it as a landmark building. So P is definitely landmark building, or P matches with the landmark. So definitely these A and B are not the correct option, where P is matching with path and P is matching with vista. So P shows landmark. Again, the question based on what is vista, what is the definition, have been asked earlier year also. So this entire frame, this entire view, it shows the vista. Many of you must be aware about this central vista concept in Delhi. So this S shows vista. So P matches with landmark and S matches with the vista. So this option D is the only suitable one. We will check what is the Q and R. Q shows the age. Q shows the age, this bushes, and R shows the path. R shows the path. So definitely this D is the only suitable and the correct option here. Again, the question related to this have been asked earlier in GATE 2009. As I said, the question related to the definition and their respective description, the term and their respective description have been asked in GATE 2009 as well as in UPSC CPWD 2016. I forgot to mention here the year, but I think it is 2016 in question 100. So just refer this question for the similar type of question. Adding 2 marks here was the easy one. So total marks we have achieved till now 41 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question, question 36 is, as per URDPFI guidelines 2015, match the type of healthcare facilities in group 1 to the corresponding population served per unit in group 2. In group 1, they have mentioned multi-speciality hospital, dispensary, veterinary hospital, general hospital. In group 2, they have mentioned the population. So earlier in GATE 2008, the question related to educational infrastructure was asked. So definitely the question related to health infrastructure can be expected, similar to that question. In GATE 2015, it is a further information. In GATE 2015, in GATE 2005, in question 54, they have asked the facilities required for the planning unit for the population of 5,000 to 15,000. What was the question? Choose the most appropriate set of facilities to be provided at the sector level for about 20,000 inhabitants in a town of 3,25,000 inhabitants. Where you have already read this, that a dispensary, one dispensary is provided for a population of 5,000 to 15,000, right, as per this URDPFI guideline. So here the first pair which you can lock here is dispensary is provided. The dispensary is the basic unit or the primary unit required for a population of 15,000. Right? Dispensary is the smallest one among the 4 given health infrastructure. So dispensary is required for 15,000 population. Okay, so Q1 we can, the first pair we can lock here is Q with the 1. So these two option, option A and option C, where they are saying Q2, that is a dispensary for 50,000 population or a dispensary for 1 lakh population, these two are not definitely correct one. So Q1 here in option B and option D, both these options are saying dispensary for Q1. So we have to decide from the remaining 3 pairs. The requirement of healthcare facilities per unit population as per National Building Code of India, it is given in set 2. So if you have read the theory related to this health infrastructure carefully, this table is already provided as it is taken from the National Building Code of India. Dispensary is provided per 15,000 population. In fact, the additional information, that is area required per dispensary, it is also provided here. The general hospital, it is provided for 2,50,000 population. Okay, so this general hospital is provided for 2,50,000 population. If you can remember of you or you will able to again recall the information read in the set 2. So this general hospital is required for 2,50,000. So this S is matching with the 4. So S4, the only suitable pair here is that the first one which we have locked is Q1 and the second one is S4. So option B will be the suitable one. The next one, multi-speciality hospital, it is required per 1 lakh population. So this P here they have matched with 3, that it is also the correct one. It is the multi-speciality hospital is required per 1 lakh population. So this table is already provided in set 2. By selecting these 3 pairs, you can decide what is the final answer from these 2 remaining option. So here the correct answer is option B, 2-mark question. Based on the information you have read in the previous year question paper book or in the theory book, you can answer this question. So total 2 marks will be added here. So total marks we have achieved till now 43 marks. Let's see what is the next question. The next question, question 37, is match the plan forms in group 1 with their corresponding project names in group 2. They have mentioned the plan forms in this group 1 and the project names in group 2. We have to match the suitable pair. So what is given in group 2? New Parliament of Egypt, Apple Park Campus, California, Commerzbank, Frankfurt, 30 St. Mary X, London. The question related to this building have been asked recently in 2021. Parliament Building, Dhaka. Okay. So the question related to this particular building, which is mentioned at 5 in group 2, have been asked earlier in 2015, where they have asked to match this building with the respective architect. So this Parliament Building Dhaka, which have been designed by Louis I. Khan, was the question related to this pair was asked earlier in 2015. So the first pair which we can match here is Q5. Again, we have discussed about this building in the theory book also. Yeah, I forgot to mention what was the question 14 in 2015. They have asked to match the buildings in group 1 with their principal architects in group 2. Here you will see this building, locally it is known as Shere Banglanagar, Dhaka. The suitable pair here is S with 3. S with 3, that is option A, Shere Banglanagar, Dhaka with Louis I. Khan. So here also we have discussed the plan form of this building under the first unit, under the first topic, art and architecture, the principles of art and architecture, where this building shows the radial symmetry kind of a planning. Okay, so here it was mentioned plan of National Assembly building complex, Bangladesh, designed by Louis I. Khan. This based on this information which you have read in the earlier year paper, we can first select the suitable pair, that is Q is matching with the Parliament Building Dhaka. So the first pair which we can lock here is Q5. So two options, option A and D, are showing Q with 5. So definitely this B and C are not the suitable one. Again, these two remaining option are showing P3 as common and S2 also as common. So the only pair, the only remaining pair which will decide the final correct answer will be the building, the plan form mentioned at R, whether it is matching with the building mentioned at 4 or whether it is matching with the building mentioned at 1. So the question related to, as I said in the beginning, that the question related to this building mentioned at 4, that is 30 St. Mary X, London, which is also known as Gherkin Tower, have been asked recently in the year 2021 as well as 2017. Here they have asked, here they have mentioned the image or the illustration of the building, and they have asked to match with the suitable or the respective architect. So one can imagine, or one can definitely say the building form which is in the shape of gherkin tower, gherkin shape, it cannot have the shape of this like a boomerang shape. So this R with 4 is definitely not the correct one. If you don't know what is the plan form of this new parliament of Egypt, because it is given in option D, where they have matched with R with the 1. That is, this plan form they have matched with 1. So definitely the first one, that is the remaining option where they have matched R with 4, that is this plan form with 30 St. Mary X, the tower which is in the shape of gherkin tower, this plan form is definitely not suitable for this building, the 4, that is 30 St. Mary X. So yes, this can be the plan form of new parliament of Egypt. So based on that, you can say this R4 is again not the suitable pair. So the only remaining option is option D. If you don't know about the plan form of new parliament of Egypt, this I'm saying this is the kind of a strategy you can adopt if you don't know about the building particularly mentioned at 1 or 2 number. R4 is not the suitable pair here is, and the only correct option here, as I said, will be the option D. So the question related to this building mentioned at 4, then building mentioned at 5, we have just by knowing the information about the two buildings, that is 4 and 5, we have find out the correct suitable option from the 4 given option. So 2 mark question, total marks we have achieved till now 45 marks by adding the 2 marks in this question. The next question is the last one from this common section. Question 38 says, match the biosphere reserve in India in group 1 with their corresponding locations in group 2. In group 1, they have mentioned Agastymala Biosphere Reserve, Nokrek Biosphere Reserve, Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve, Simlipal Biosphere Reserve. In group 2, Western Himalayan region, Himachal Pradesh, Western Ghats, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, Tura Range, Meghalaya, Kutch, Rajkot, Surendranagar and Patan district, Gujarat, and Mayurbhanj district, Odisha. So if you carefully observe these 4 biospheres mentioned in group 1, see this the biosphere mentioned at R, Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve, and carefully see what are the options given in group 2. Except this one, that is Western Himalayan region, none of the option or none of the region shows the climate, the cold climate in this 4 region. This Kutch, Rajkot, this is hot and dry region. Then Odisha, it is not having the cold climate. Then Meghalaya, not a cold climate. Western Ghats, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, not a cold climate. So the first pair, I'm answering this by a guess factor. So R1, I can match with the Western Himalayan region or Himachal Pradesh. So which are the option which is showing R1 is the option B and option D. So these the remaining 2 option A and C I can select, or I can mark as the incorrect one. The remaining one, the remaining 3 option here, which you can by guess factor you can mark is, read this word Nokrek Biosphere Reserve. This word sound like a north. Again, I'm saying that I'm answering this question by a guess factor. This word sounds like a word used in the northeastern region. So Nokrek, it is sounding similar to the Meghalaya or the northeastern region. So this Nokrek Biosphere Reserve, I'm answering this question as considering that I don't know about the location of this particular biosphere reserve. So Q3 is I think it is matching more or less the or it is a more or less suitable pair. The remaining one, Q5, they are matching Nokrek Biosphere Reserve with the Mayurbhanj district, Odisha. So this word is not, the local, it does not sound a local word or the word used in the local language of Odisha. So I can, from the guess factor, I can select this option B as the suitable one. Again, by checking what is given in at P in group 1, Agasthyamala Biosphere Reserve, they are matching with 2, that is Western Ghats, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Definitely the people from this region, they must have or they must be aware about this the region and the particular location. Similarly, the S, that is Simlipal Biosphere Reserve, they are matching here in option B with the Mayurbhanj district, Odisha. So from these two pair, I can select this answer. I can take a risk of marking the answer for this question, MCQ question, to take a chance for adding 2 marks in this question. So luckily this question is having the correct answer is option B. So here I can get 2 marks. But definitely one can say by only guess factor I have selected this correct option. So if considering these 2 marks also, the 2 marks addition in the earlier marks, total marks we have achieved till now 47 marks. Friends, by mistake, I said that this question 38 is the last section, last question in this section A. But sorry for the miscommunication. We have few more questions. The last question in this section A is question 49. So we have a few more questions to discuss. Let's discuss which is the next question. Question 40. Which of the following is or are classified as the principles of universal design? Multiple select question. You have to select the correct option from the given 4 option. So the question, the similar question related to the universal design was earlier asked in GATE 2009, question 25. Further, from given 4 option, this occult balance is not the principle of universal design. It is the principle of composition, art and architecture, and not of universal design. So what was the question of GATE 2009? The similar question. The principles of universal design include, the option given were flexibility in use, tolerance for air, energy efficiency and low physical effort. Here the correct answer was option D, P, Q and S, that is flexibility in use, tolerance for air and low physical effort. Surprisingly also, just 1 month before the exam, I posted this the information related to the principles of universal design in this channel only. And luckily or coincidentally, the question related to this universal design was asked in GATE 2022. So which are the 7 principles of universal design? First one is the equitable use, second flexibility in use, third simple and intuitive use, perceptible information, tolerance for air, low physical effort, size and space for approach and use. These 7 principles are included under the universal design. So very simple question. If you have read the information related to the principles of universal design, 2 mark question, MSQ. So here the correct selection will be option A, B and D. As I said, occult balance, this is the principle of composition, art and architecture and not of universal design. So 2 mark question, 2 mark will be added here. Total marks we have achieved till now 49 marks. The next question is question 43, the simple one, the easier one. Which of the following is or are the characteristic of Mughal garden? The option given are A, symmetrical and geometrical. Yes, this is the principle of Mughal garden. B, fountain and channeled water. Yes. C, winding road and untrimmed vegetation. No, this is not the principle of Mughal garden. Last one is vista with terminal building. Yes, if you take the example of Taj Mahal, then definitely the last one is the suitable characteristic explaining the Mughal garden. So the question related to Mughal garden were asked earlier multiple times. It was asked in GATE 2021, GATE 2016, GATE 2011, 2010, 2005, as well as in UPSC CPWD 2016, 2015, and in ISRO 2019. So you can go and check these question where the related information or the related question have been asked in the previous year papers. So here, as I said, the selection of correct option will be A, B, and D: symmetrical and geometrical, fountain and channeled water, and D, vista with terminal building. So 2-mark question, MSQ type, very easy. The question related to the information have been asked multiple times, so this question was not a difficult one. So 2 marks will be added here. So total marks we have achieved till now 51 marks. Let's go to the next question. The next question is numerical answer type question, question 45. The decadal population data of a city are given in the adjacent table. They have mentioned the population for the particular year from 1981 to 2011. The domestic water consumption of the city is estimated to be 175 liters per capita per day in the year 2041. Considering 2011 population as the base year and using arithmetic growth method of population forecasting, the daily domestic water demand of the city in the year 2041 in million liters per day will be how much? Okay, so the similar question was earlier asked in 2006. If you go and check question 74 of 2006, exactly the similar question have been asked earlier in that particular year. So here, for solving this, you must know the formula to calculate the population by using the arithmetic growth method. So what is the formula to calculate the population by using arithmetic projection method? It is dP divided by dt equal to Ka. What is dP? That is the change in population. Dt is the change in time period. So here simply dP, that means the change in population from 1981 to 2011. If you simply subtract 1,80,750 from 2,45,450, you will get the change in population. What is dt? That is the time period from 1981 to 2011. There is a gap of 30 years. So Ka will be the, simply if you put the value of dP by dt, you will get the value of Ka, that is the arithmetic growth factor Ka. The next formula is P equal to P1 plus Ka into bracket T minus T1. What is P? This is the population for which you are calculating. Let's say here you are calculating the population of 2041. So P will be the population, the projected population of the particular year mentioned in the question. P1 is the population in the base year. That means here they have mentioned the population. The base year for the population projection is 2011. So P1 is the population in 2011. That is 2,45,450. K, as I said, this is the arithmetic growth factor. T minus T1, that means what is the time period between the base year and the year for which you are the projected population, you are calculating the projected population. So simply put this value in the let's first calculate K. Here dP will be the change in population from 1981 to 2011. So as I said, just subtract the value 1,80,750 from 2,45,450. You will get dP as 64,700. dt, that is the change in time period, it is 30 years. From 1981 to 2011, there is a time period of 30 years. So you will get the value of Ka as 64,700 divided by 30. You will get Ka equal to 2156.67. This is the arithmetic growth factor, that is Ka. Now you are calculating the projected population for the year 2041. So here by putting the value of K, P1, Ka and T minus T1, you will get the projected population of the year 2041. So what will be the population in 2041? The population of base year, that is P1, which is mentioned as 2,45,450 plus K, which we have just calculated, 2156.67 into T minus T1, that is the change in the time period, that is from 2011 to 2041. Again the time period is 30 years. So if we simply solve this, you will get the value as 3,10,150. So if we multiply this population by the water demand per capita per day in 2041, you will get the water demand for the entire population, okay, in liters per day. This 175 LPCD, in short we call it as 175 LPCD, liters per capita per day. This is the short form used for the water demand. So simply multiply the population by 175, you will get the value as 5 crore 42 lakhs 76,250 liters per day. This is the water demand for the entire population in the year 2041. They are expecting the answer in million liters per day. They are not expecting the answer in liters per day. So as we know, 1 million equal to 10 lakh. So if we simply divide this figure by 10 lakh, you will get the value in million liters per day, which is expected in the final answer. So by dividing this by 10 lakh, you will get the final answer as 54.27 million liters per day. So as per the answer key, the range of the answer is provided in between 53 to 56. So this answer is in between this range. So 2-mark question, very easy to solve. We have just simply put the value in this equation and find out the final answer. So 2 marks will be will get added here. Total marks we have achieved till now 53 marks. Let's solve the next numerical answer type question. The next numerical answer type question, question 47, is a 230 mm thick brick wall of 10 meter length and 3 meter height is built using a Flemish bond. The size of the bricks used is 230 mm by 112.5 mm by 70 mm. Assuming a mortar thickness of 5 mm, the number of bricks required will be how much? Okay, the similar question was earlier asked in GATE 2016. Here they have mentioned the height of the wall as well as they have changed the type of bond. Earlier in 2016, they have asked the similar question, but it was the brick wall was constructed by using a rat trap bond, and in that question the height of the wall was not mentioned. So here is just a simple modification. Instead of rat trap, they have mentioned here as Flemish bond, and they have mentioned the height of the wall as well. So let's see what was the explanation for question 52 of GATE 2016. As per the question, they have mentioned the total length of wall required, which was mentioned as 3.9 meter. So if we simply convert it in mm, it will be 3,900 mm. 1 unit of 3 bricks. This is the 1 unit of 3 brick which is used for constructing the rat trap bond. There is a space available between the two stretcher bond. So here, if you consider the length of this one brick as given as 250 mm plus this 75 mm is the width. So this 250 plus 75. So 1 unit of 3 bricks will cover the length of 325 mm. Will cover the length of 325 mm. So total number of units required for 3900 mm, that is the total length of wall, will be 3,900 divided by this 325. That means 12 units comprising of 3 bricks. 12 units comprising of 3 bricks will be required to cover the entire wall or having a length of 3,900 mm. So what will be the requirement of total bricks? If we simply multiply by 3, these 36 bricks will be required to construct a brick of only one course, having only one single course, having a running length of 3.9 meter. So the similar logic you have to apply here. Instead of rat trap bond, you have to consider the Flemish bond. So let's solve this. Total length of wall to be built as per the question is 10 meter. Okay. So just simply draw the sketch of Flemish bond, one header and one stretcher. This will be this is the sketch showing the Flemish bond. So as per the similar logic, here they have mentioned the thickness, not the thickness, the width as 112.5 mm, and the length of the wall, the length of the brick is 230 mm. So also they have provided the mortar thickness in between. What is the mortar thickness? It is 5 mm. So 230 plus 5 mm plus this 112.5 mm, this what will be the length of one single unit comprising 3 bricks and forming a Flemish bond? It will be 230 plus 5 mm plus 112.5 mm. If you add this figure, you will get 347.5 mm. That means one unit of 3 bricks will cover a length of 347.5 mm. If you simply convert it in meter, it will be 0.347 meter. So one unit of 3 bricks will cover a length of 0.347 meter. So what is the length they have mentioned? It is 10 meter. So how many such similar units are required? 10 divided by 0.347, so 28.81. Let's say approximately 29 units will be required. Not 29 bricks, 29 units comprising 3 bricks. So if you simply multiply 29 by 3, you will get what is the total what are the total number of bricks required in single course to construct a wall of 10 meter length. Okay, so 29 multiplied by 3, you will get the value as 87 bricks will be required to construct a single layer, a single course having a running length of 10 meter. So further they have mentioned the brick height as well. You have to construct a you have to construct a wall having a height of 3 meter. In earlier in 2016, they have not mentioned the wall height. They have just simply asked what are the requirement of bricks for one single layer. So you have to consider the mortar thickness also. Here they have mentioned the mortar thickness as 5 mm. Okay, what is the height of the brick? They have mentioned is 70 mm. So 70 mm plus 5 mm, that is 75 mm will cover one single course. 75 mm, which is equal to 0.075 meter. So how many such similar courses will be required to construct a wall of height 3 meter? 3 divided by 0.075, you will get the number of courses required. Okay. So what will be the number of courses of bricks required to build a wall of height 3 meter? 3 divided by 0.075 meter, you will get 40 brick courses will be required to construct a wall of height 3 meter. So we have calculated here what is the requirement of bricks in one single layer. If we simply multiply number of courses, we will get the requirement of total number of bricks to construct the entire wall of that particular length and height. So 87 into 40, we will get the total number of bricks here as 3480 is the total number of bricks required to construct a wall of 10 meter length and 3 meter height by using a Flemish bond. Okay, so this is the final answer. As per the final answer, the range of the answer provided is 3400 to 3500. So here our answer is in between the range. We will get the full 2 marks. So 2 marks will be added here. So total marks we have achieved till now 55 marks. Let's solve the next numerical answer type question. The next numerical answer type question is question 48. The reflected ceiling plan and section of a reinforced cement concrete roof are shown in the adjacent figure. This is the plan having the dimension of roof RCC roof as 10 meter by 10 meter. All the beams are 300 mm wide and 600 mm deep. These are the beams. Okay, as per the section you can see these are the beams, and more or less we can say these are the intermediate sunks. If you just imagine this slab as a inverted slab, these are some sunks in between the beam, including a 150 mm slab. The slab thickness is 150 mm. The depth of beam is 600 mm, including 150 mm slab equidistantly placed center to center. Assuming 1% of concrete volume is occupied by reinforcement bars, the volume of concrete in cubic meters rounded off to 2 decimal places will be how much? Here the dimension of beams and the dimension of beam depth and slab thickness they have mentioned in mm, so we have to convert in single unit of meter. So from the basic one, you can imagine what will be the requirement of total RCC, the volume of total RCC. If we simply calculate the entire volume, considering without considering this intermediate sunk, if we calculate the entire volume having the dimension of 10 meter by 10 meter and a depth at 600 mm, and if we divide if we subtract the volumes of these intermediate sunks, we will get the volume of RCC required in this form work. So first let's calculate what is the volume of roof without considering these intermediate sunks, considering this intermediate sunks. So what is the dimension? It is 10 meter by 10 meter divided by multiplied by 600 mm, that is the depth. So 600 mm, just convert this in meter. So the volume of roof without considering this intermediate sunk will be 60 meter cube. Okay, so now consider the intermediate sunks. Here they have mentioned the entire dimension as 10 meter, and they said these beams, they are equidistantly placed. So what is the dimension for this? If you simply subtract the beam width, the width of the beam is 300 mm, 300 mm, 300 mm, 300 mm. So total 1200 mm. If we subtract from 10 meter, you will get the net dimension of this width, and if you divide by 3, you will get the width of this single sunk. So by calculating this, I have not done this calculation here. I have directly calculated. If you subtract this 1200 mm from 10 meter, you will get one particular value, and if you divide again it by 3, if you divide that particular value by 3, you will get the dimension of each sunk approximately 2.94. So this square sunk is having the dimension of 2.94 by 2.94. So this is the dimension of one particular sunk, 2.94 by 2.94. So the area will be 8.64 meter square. If we multiply this by the depth, the net depth of this sunk, you will get the volume of one particular sunk. So the depth of the beam they have mentioned as 600 mm, and what is the depth of the slab they have mentioned? It is 150 mm. So 600 minus 150, this is 450 mm is the depth of this intermediate sunks. So if we multiply 8.64 into 0.45, we will get the volume of this one particular intermediate sunk. So what will be the total volume of these 9 sunk? 9 into 8.64 into 0.45. So this is the volume which we have to subtract from the total volume, so that we will get the volume of formwork. So 60 minus 35 will be the volume of formwork available for pouring RCC. That means this slab as well as the these intermediate beams. Okay, so 25 meter cube is the volume of formwork. This is not the volume of concrete. This is the volume of formwork. What they have mentioned in the question, assuming 1% of concrete volume is occupied by reinforcement bars, the remaining volume of concrete we have to calculate. So, 1% of this 25 meter cube will be occupied by the reinforcement bar. So if we subtract this 1% from the 25 meter cube, we will get the volume of concrete. Okay. So as given, as I said, 1% is occupied by reinforcement bars. So volume of concrete will be 25 meter, the total volume of formwork minus 1% of 25, that is 0.01 into 25. The value will be 24.75. This is the volume of concrete which we can pour in this formwork. Okay, so this is the final answer. Simply you have to just imagine the given figures, the given illustration, and calculate the answer in this 4-5 step. So simple question, 2-mark question. As per the final answer key, the range of the answer is provided between 24.50 to 25.30. So our answer is in between this range. So we will get full 2 marks. Very simple logical reasoning kind of a question for 2 marks. Total marks we have achieved till now 57 marks. All right. So the last numerical question in this section A is question 49. The adjacent graph represents income distribution among the population of a country. The Gini coefficient of the country is how much? They have mentioned this graph. This is the perfect equality line. This is the income line. This graph shows the income line. This is the Lorentz curve. This is also called as a Lorentz curve. The question based on this Lorentz curve have been asked earlier, where the formula for Gini coefficient was already mentioned in GATE 2008 question 17. So what is Gini coefficient? It is a statistical measure of economic inequality in a population. The coefficient measures the dispersion of income or distribution of wealth among the members of a population. A coefficient of 0 indicates a perfectly equal distribution of income or wealth within the population, whereas the coefficient of 1 represents a perfect inequality when one person in a population receives all the income while other people earn nothing. In simple words, we can say if the 90% of the wealth of a country, if it is with only the 10% of the population, that means the elite population, it shows that there is an income inequality in that country. So this Gini coefficient is used for calculating such income inequality. The formula for this Gini coefficient was already mentioned, like I said, in GATE 2008 question 17. Here the question related to Lorentz curve was earlier asked. Income inequalities across population is expressed through. The correct answer for this question 17 was Lorentz curve. This is the Lorentz curve. Okay. So here you will find the formula to calculate Gini coefficient was mentioned. The Gini coefficient is calculated this shaded area, that is the area above Lorentz curve, divided by the total area, that is BCD. That means the addition of area above the Lorentz curve plus the area below the Lorentz curve. So this is the formula for calculating the Gini coefficient. Here you can see in the figure I have just drawn, I have mentioned few letters, like the triangle I have considered as PTS. The intermediate points they have mentioned in the graph I have taken as Q and R, so that I can divide this the area below the Lorentz curve and calculate this the areas, the 3 areas by putting the values of length and height, base and height. So here as I said, A, that means the area above Lorentz curve. A is the area above Lorentz curve and B is the area below the Lorentz curve. So if you put this value of area of above Lorentz curve in this equation, in this formula to calculate Gini coefficient, you will get the value of Gini coefficient for this particular graph. So let's calculate what will be the area above Lorentz curve, that is the area A, that means triangle PUT, the area of angle PUT. How we will find is, if we subtract the area of PUT, PVUTS, this polygon, from the area of triangle PTS, we will get the value of area, that is area A. Okay, so that means area above Lorentz curve will be area of triangle PTS, the entire area of this triangle, minus area below this Lorentz curve. This is the Lorentz curve. So this area 1, 2 and 3, if we add and subtract this from this area of the entire triangle, we will get the area above Lorentz curve. So what is the area of triangle PTS? Half into base into height. So what is the base? It is 100. Height is also 100. So area of triangle PTS, that is this area, will be 5000. That means A plus B is equal to 5000. Now we have to calculate the area A. Okay. So area below Lorentz curve, B, will be area of triangle PVQ. Area of triangle PVQ. So again we know the base is 30, height is 18. You can calculate half into base into height. So the area will be 270 units. Area of this parallelogram VQRU will be 1260. Area of this parallelogram URST, you can, for these two, for calculating the area of these two parallelogram, you can again divide it into this will be one rectangle, and you can calculate the area of this triangle. Again for this you can divide it into rectangle and a triangle, and calculate the value. I have skipped these steps here. I have directly mentioned the values of this parallelogram VQRU as 1260, and for this figure the area will be 2175. So what will be the total addition? It will be 3705. So the area below Lorentz curve, this B, is 3705. Okay, if we simply put these values in this formula, you will get the value of Gini coefficient. So as we know, A plus B, that is PTS, is 5000, which we have already calculated. So what will be the area above Lorentz curve? 5000 minus 3705. That means area below Lorentz curve will be the value of area above Lorentz curve. So that will be the next step. Area above Lorentz curve will be 5000 minus 3705. So 1295 is the area above Lorentz curve. So by putting this value 1295 divided by 1295 plus 3705, that means A plus B, or you can simply put the value of 5000 here because it is the total area of triangle PTS. 1295 divided by 5000, you will get the value of 0.259. This is the value of Gini coefficient in this particular graph. So as per final answer key, the answer given is 0.240 to 0.270. Our answer is in between the range. So we have calculated it correctly. 2 mark question, very easy to solve. So 2 more marks will be added here. So total marks we have achieved till now 59 marks. So overall, if we see how many marks we have achieved till now, till this common and compulsory section of section A, first we have calculated 15 marks we have achieved in general aptitude section, full 15 marks, because the general aptitude section was very easy, and we have achieved 44 marks in this particular section A. We have solved only those questions where we have the references of earlier where we have the references in earlier year question papers, as well as few questions were easy to solve by just by having the by putting the logical reasoning kind of ability in the numerical answer type question. So total marks we have achieved till now in these two sections is 59 marks. Okay, so afterwards we will solve the section B1, and then we will solve the section B2. Again we are going to solve only those questions first which are having the references in previous year papers, and later on we will see which are the questions which have been asked for the first time. Okay, so let's go to section B1 first.